Hello and welcome to busyworksbeats.com. Now, today I have some bad news. We will be deprecating the Music Producer Professional 1.0, but the good news is that we're introducing the Music Producer Professional 2.0. Now, this is a completely rewired program and certification program. So for those who don't know, the first certification program was really, I would only advise people who have gone through everything that we've ever taught to hop into that certification program. It wasn't for people to just hop in and get started. And a lot of beginners got confused because they tried to hop into really advanced stuff. So Music Producer Professional 2.0 will be catered to everyone's level from 0 all the way up to 100. We're going to guide you every single step all of the way through. Now, this course is really meant for people who are trying to master music production, because the difference is from our other courses, this course, well, it's really a big curriculum. The certification program will be ever evolving because we have exams, we have quizzes, we have things that update over time. And we're going to make sure that every single building block stacks up until you fully understand the concept. And then we'll, make sure you get that exam. Now, the only way you can get certified on our website through the certification program is if you get 100% on all of the exams. There are multiple exams. So this isn't something where you can load it up, watch a video, click next, load it up, watch a video, click next, and then once you're done, it says certified. No, this is something where you truly have to be questioned and, really trained to really understand the material, okay? Because the only way you get 100% on the exam is if you actually paid attention throughout the course. And we're going to break it into bite-sized chunks, so it's not like dumping a 2-hour video on you. Now, this will be our most rigorous program ever. This will be our most comprehensive course ever. Okay, so this is more than a course, it's a certification program. And that's why I usually only recommend it for people who have gone through everything I've ever taught. And we have 90 courses. I hope you guys understand that. We have 90 plus music production courses at busyworksbeats.com. Now, those will be included as a bonus for those who sign up for early bird specials for the Music Producer Professional 2.0. So you will get that included in your certification program. Normally, we keep these separate because they're two separate things. Okay. Now in version 2.0, we're going to build it as we grow. That way, all the microscopic questions and little details that you guys may have, questions about, they get answered in that journey. So this is more than just me throwing information at you. This is a growing process. It's not coaching. This is not group coaching. And I want to say this 100 times. I do not offer my services for anybody. I don't sell time. Okay. So that is just not what this is. This is not live streaming. This is not hold your hand group coaching. This is not one-on-ones. This is not some live stream only for members. This is I will show you the actual science, train you on the science. And then if you have questions, you could submit it through our feedback system. And then we'll potentially add, based on how many suggestions we get, we may potentially add or edit portions of the journey. Okay. So that's what it will be. I found that training and consultation one-on-ones, the reason I stopped doing that a long time ago is because I would teach people to do stuff and they wouldn't do it. And then it would make me frustrated. So through the certification program, it's not me getting frustrated. It's you either pass the test and get 100% or you don't. And there's no me getting frustrated. Okay, that's the truth about the matter. So you can access this all the time, meaning that it's not like you sign up today and you have to be forced to understand everything in 4 weeks or 6 weeks. And then if you don't understand it, you get signed out and logged out forever. This is a lifetime access thing. However, in order to get certified, you have to, again, pass all of the exams. And I've had plenty of people ask me for hints on the exams, and I don't give answers to the exam. I might lead you to some more information, but I will never give answers to the exam because it breaks the integrity of the certification program. Okay. So I just want you guys to have an understanding of the other side of this. So the question is, what are we going to cover? So here's the webpage you guys will see soon. Basically, we're going to cover the fundamentals of sampling. This is more than just looping and time stretching. I will even go as deep as to show you guys multi-samples. I build my own plugins, VST plugins, and I can show you guys there's a different way to handle sampling. I'm talking about crossfades, forward, backward looping, how to embed that into the metadata of the file. How do you edit files? How do you batch process files? Like, it goes way deeper than just looping and time stretching. So sampling will, again, cover the basics, but then we're going to go to super advanced, to the level where you literally can understand how at least the source material for my plugins is built. Now, I'm not going to go over how to build VSTs. I just want to tell you guys that's never happening, not anytime soon. Okay, but I will show you guys the process of handling samples and processing those samples, okay, for multi-sample libraries. like a contact library or like, VST or you name it. Okay. That takes multi samples. Now, nextly, I'll be teaching arrangement. So it goes beyond the simple, intro, hook, verse two, hook, whatever, bridge, it's just the boring that I'm going to teach on a psychological level and a tactical level. So there are things that a lot of stuff that doesn't apply to hip hop applies to other genre. There's a newer piece, a puzzle piece in the arrangement process that pop stars are using. And I will show you guys how to use that. But I have a proprietary 4-component system that will literally take you from creating a loop into a full arrangement. And I'll be teaching based on that, approach to music production, because that's my proprietary approach. Nextly, we're going to go over sound selection. So sound selection, a lot of people have issues with this. Sometimes this is about hearing more sounds, but I will give you guys a philosophy of how to reverse engineer sound, or how to potentially find a sound, or what a sound is actually doing, and how to look at different things like the harmonic structure of a sound, how to differentiate between synthetic sounds and organic sounds, and what the effects may or may not be. So we're going to go deeper into sound selection, and I will have some genres mapped out. Will this be every sound you've ever heard in every song laid out for you? Not necessarily. I'm not going to ever promise that. But this is, again, a growing certification program. So it's not set in stone is what I'll say. Now, the melody section of this certification training is all about how to start from absolutely nothing to creating your own melodies. Like I just did earlier, you can open up like this, for example. I can play a melody just like this. There's a science behind that. There's a really simple science behind that. So I will go through things like this, how to create melodies from scratch, how to understand chords on a much deeper level. Once you understand really that melodies, chord progressions, scales, it's really just 2 chords, okay? And I break it all the way down. Like I said, this is our most comprehensive and most rigorous training, because I will literally go through everything about everything about everything about everything. But not only that, I will make sure you actually know what it is. Okay, so you can't just skip the videos and just think you're going to know everything. That's just not how it is. Okay, so nextly, we're going to cover beat making. Not everybody makes beats, and I understand that. So we're going to keep this as a subsection here. So yes, we will cover FL Studio, Logic Pro. If people ask about Ableton, we may cover Ableton. I'm not as focused on Ableton. It's going to be either FL Studio or Logic Pro. And if you guys have other DAWs you want to investigate, potentially we may add it. But again, we're going based off of what most people use. And again, it's really about the principles and not the tactic, like the how to do something. It's really about the principle. As you guys may have seen in my latest video, I went into Reason after years and we made a trap beat that sounded good, because beat making is a principle-based thing. The how to and tactic, you could always look up the how to, reverse record, or how to hit play, that can be looked up on the internet. Now, next, we're going to cover mixing. We're going to cover vocal mixing, beat mixing, full song mixing. This will be, again, a growing library. So there's no specific do this, and this every single time. Mixing is just like sound design. There's no one way to sound design anything. So we're going to go through plugins, analog gear, and show you guys different things you could use to make your production sound way crisper. Now, shout out to Crispy. We have a new course at busyworksbeats.com/hip-hop mixing. He teaches this course. Now, this is aside from our premium and aside from our bundle packages and everything. This is beginning our partnership courses at busyworksbeats.com/hip-hop mixing. So if you want to get straight into it, dedicated course on hip-hop mixing, from vocals to beat mixing to how he mixes everything and basically masters it. Again, go to busyworksbeats.com/hip-hop mixing to learn more. I'll leave a link below. Next, we're going to have masterclasses, and the goal is potentially bringing guests, but all the guests I've had don't really say anything. So I'm being honest with you guys. I've even paid to have guests on to give information, and sometimes they just don't give any information, and it's like shocking. Okay, so I'm going to host most of these masterclasses, and these are going to be more in-depth, specific things, whether it's how to sell beats online or how to set up a Shopify or how to do email marketing, very specific things. So the masterclasses, again, will evolve over time. This is not like a set curriculum. It just depends on what people need help with. And lastly, online business. This is where, I really hang my hat, I think is what people say. I've learned from Frank Kern. I've learned from Jeff Walker. I've learned from Jay Abraham is what I meant to say. Dan Kennedy, Eben Pagan. I'm forgetting everybody's name now. Ryan Dice a little bit. Neil Patel, Gary V, Alex Hormozy, Alex Becker. Okay, so I have a lot of different range of this online business stuff and marketing stuff, and I can apply it to any business. And once you learn this, you can apply it to fitness. I've trained fitness, fashion, film, music production. We've been in Web3 before. I've been an advisor to tech companies, okay, in the audio field and different fields. So this is really dope how I want you guys to understand, when you understand online business, you pretty much understand every business for the most part. So what we're going to get into, and when my advisory role is technically on a tech company, not a different industry. It was audio tech, technically, to be specific. Okay. So for those who don't know, we have the testimonials on this page. And again, I'm not here to just go through the webpage. I just want you guys to see how much value is in here. So for those who don't know, we've trained over 1 million producers around the world. Some have gone to work with Drake, Kanye West, Post Malone, Ariana Grande, French Montana, Young Thug, Polo G, Trippie Redd, J. Cole, Kendrick Lamar, Glorilla. We have 3 confirmed Grammy winners and multi platinum plaque winning producers from our training. So here's one from Link Music. He has audio, so let me make sure this audio picks up. So this one is from Link Music. He's a Grammy winning producer who shouted me out in the DM here.
Hey, for sure, man. Blessing talking to you, man. You're the OG, man. I used to watch all your videos back in the day, bro. It's crazy.
Shout out to Link, man. Shout out to Link Music. And again, he has gold records, platinum records, NBA Youngboy, all types of stuff. Lil Skies, Gunna, I think, was on the front, if I'm not mistaken. So just a bunch of stuff. And then we have to the right, he's worked with Travis Scott, Chris Brown, et cetera, et cetera. Another Grammy winning Slim Farrell. Shout out to Slim Farrell. Now, this one doesn't have audio. He just says legend, started years ago by watching your tutorials. And I appreciate him for even sharing his kind words, because now I can show you guys, these producers. I want to make it clear. I do not take credit for everything these people have ever accomplished in their life. That would be foolish. I'm simply showing you guys that there is a foundational education that starts somewhere. And regardless of which specific tips people grab from BusyWorks Beats, there are a lot of producers who acknowledge that I've added tons of value to their music production career. So you guys, if you want the full highlight reel, go to Instagram.com/BusyWorksBeats. I have at least 4 highlight reels of just student success stories. Like, there's so many that my whole thing is just highlights of students. So go to Instagram.com/BusyWorksBeats to look at the full highlight reel. On this webpage, I only have so much space and memory. I don't want to clog up your phone downloading all these random pictures and videos. But yeah, we have a ton of students. We have 300,000 new students on our new training platform. We've switched platforms probably 4 times, 5 times now. So on our new platform, we have 300-something thousand students. And go to Instagram.com/BusyWorksBeats if you truly want to see the full testimonial reel. But yeah, that's what we'll be covering in the new Music Producer Professional 2.0. The main difference here is that we will be hardcore training. This is not, just watch a video when you feel like it, skip it. Well, you can watch at your own pace, to be fair. But in terms of getting certified, you have to pass all of the exams at 100% without any tips and any help from myself. Okay, so that is going to be the growing experience. And I want to invite you guys to go to busyworksbeats.com/MPP. Okay, MPP stands for Music Producer Professional. So again, busyworksbeats.com/MPP if you want to hop in. Okay, so we're getting the first, I think people call it cohorts together. Again, this is not a training course. This is not a coaching course. I want to be very clear. This is not me live streaming and us doing one-on-one Zooms and me listening to everybody rant about the problems in life. This is not that. This is hardcore training as soon as you get in. Now, we're going to be building version 2.0 as we go, but you will have instant access to version 1.0 and 90 plus of our other music production courses. So if you're interested in that, go to busyworksbeats.com/MPP. Once we get the first students in there, then we're going to start rolling out, each segment, because I want to do this in blocks. I don't want to just give you guys everything and then it's not in depth. I want to truly make sure we're covering as much as possible. Like I said, when it comes to sampling, this isn't just time stretch and how to reverse a sample and how to use Serato sample. I'm talking about how to literally, if you wanted to, create your own contact libraries or create your own multi-sample based products. So that's what the Music Producer Professional 2.0 is all about. So if you guys are interested, go to busyworksbeats.com/MPP. I want to thank you guys for watching. I'll be live streaming in about 30 minutes or so to teach you guys hands-on stuff. All right, join me then. Thank you guys for watching. It's Game from busyworksbeats.com. Peace out, guys.